Welcome back, guys. So in this video, we're going to talk about lead generation, which is essentially helping businesses get leads and customers for their business. And this is one business model that is never going to end. People are always going to be in search for this type of service, especially businesses, because businesses thrive on their customers. They thrive on leads, and as businesses grow, they're consistently looking for new ways to make money and new ways to generate new customers. And with the way technology is going and the way, people are using social media, Google, and all these other methods for lead generation, there's so many options that these businesses have to choose from, which means that it's very lucrative and there is a lot of opportunity for regular people like us to jump in, start our own lead generation business, and really just capitalize on the ever-changing digital landscape that is lead gen. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So introduction. So lead generation is a foundational concept in the world of marketing and sales. It literally is what the point of marketing is. The point of marketing is to get customers. Lead generation is customers. So let's break down what exactly is lead generation. So at its core, lead generation is the process of attracting and converting strangers and prospects into individuals who have shown interest in your company's product or service. Think of it as a modern-day version of meeting a stranger, getting to know them, and then building a relationship with them over time, where eventually the only difference would be is eventually the stranger is going to actually support your business and they're going to buy something. So why is this important? So in the digital age, consumers have new options. They have so many options at their fingertips, essentially, and they can easily research and compare products, read reviews, and choose where they want to spend their money. And in today's age, there are so many options that's kind of overwhelming, and this means businesses have to work harder to grab those people's attentions. It means that they need to find new creative ways to generate leads for their business that is different than what their competition is doing. Lead generation is the first step in that process. It's about sparking interest, capturing attention, and starting a relationship with your potential prospects or your clients. Now, in the digital evolution of lead generation, gone are the days when businesses could rely solely on cold calling, door-to-door sales, or even like commercials. Today with the rise of the internet and social media, lead generation has moved way more larger into the online space. And websites, email campaigns, social media platforms, and online advertisement channels are now the primary tools that businesses are using to generate new leads for their business. This shift has made it possible for businesses to reach a global audience. Instead of working on a specific location, they can now target people from all over the world if they have an e-commerce business and can send their products to anywhere in the world, which means that there's no income cap. And this also means that a lot of local businesses are understanding the power of getting your business into the digital platforms, getting them online, getting them on social media, and taking advantage of all of these platforms and how you can use them to get new customers for your business. And because of that, this is a very uprising service. This is a service that's never going to end. It's just going to keep changing as more things change with the digital revolution. And I'm excited for this opportunity to just keep going with a lot of you guys to really start figuring out what are the unique ways that you can help certain businesses and how you can capitalize on that, because it's not that hard to start generating leads for your business once you understand what works. And the best way you can understand what works is just understand human psychology. What makes people do what they do, what makes them act and buy and want to show interest in specific products. Once you can understand what that is, then you can create amazing campaigns that are going to have high conversion rates, and you can make a lot of money doing this for other businesses and your own business. So understanding leads. So what exactly is a lead? So in short term, a lead is someone who shows interest in your business. It's a person that has given you their contact information, so you can go ahead and reach out to them and discuss more about your product or your service. Or it's somebody who signed up for your email forum, or in any way or form they showed interest in your product and they gave you some type of contact information to go get a hold of that, whether that be an email address, a phone number, or an address, or anything in between that. Now let's go ahead and just talk about it as far as what the definition of it is. A lead is a person or organization that expresses interest in your product or service. The interest can be shown in various ways, such as filling out a form to download an ebook, subscribing to a newsletter, or making an inquiry about your products. Now, the lead generation process is pretty straightforward. It starts off with It starts off with awareness. Somebody sees your ad, they see your business, they're aware of the fact that you have some kind of promotions, or they're aware of your business in general. They know that you exist and they know that you have a problem that you can solve. Second is they share interest in what you have to offer. So now they're aware, now they're interested. They're engaging with your content, they're signing up for your newsletter, they're following you on social media. Whatever it is that they're doing, they're asking more information. Whatever it is that they're doing to show you that they want to learn more about your product or your service. Lastly, it's third, it's consideration. At this stage, the lead is actively considering your product or service as the solution for their needs. They might have to watch some product demos, read a few more reviews, or even just jump on a quick call or compare it with you to other people that are doing what you're doing. And lastly, it's action. Now they're going to make a decision. Are they going to continue? Are they going to move on with this sales? Are they going to make something? Are they going to buy it? What are they going to do? So that can be either signing up for a specific trial, that can be filling out a contact form, or that can be making a purchase. Whatever that is, but that's essentially what the lead generation process looks like. Okay, so there are different types of leads that you do have to understand as far as where leads start off with and the different types that there are. So first, you have your cold leads. Now, these are individuals that might not know about your business or have shown any interest in your offerings at all. They are called cold leads because there hasn't been any prior interaction or relationship with them. Reaching out to cold leads typically involves cold calling, cold emailing, where you introduce your business and your offering without any prior context. You're basically reaching out to them and being like, hey, my name is Michael. I provide this service, I provide that service, and I can help you with this. That's essentially what cold calling is, what cold emailing is. Now, it works in some situations, but usually in order to make this happen, you usually send these out in mass texts, mass calls, or mass emails, and you kind of just hope out if I send 1,000 emails to 1,000 cold leads, hopefully I'll get a response of 10%, and then from that 10%, hopefully I'll make 10% in sales, which at the end of the day, it's only going to be 3 or 4 people. But if you're selling a high ticket product, that can be a lot of people. Now, obviously, if you're selling a lower ticket product that's a little bit more affordable, then this can be more effective and you can sell more things. So really just a little bit more of a perspective on that. So a warm lead is, those are the ones that have shown some level of interest in your business. Maybe they subscribed to a newsletter, followed you on social media, or attended a webinar that you're hosting. They are familiar with your brand but haven't made any purchase decisions yet. Now, a warm lead might be someone who's a little bit more they're following you on social media. Maybe they've seen an ad that you had running, multiple times, and they finally decide to jump on it after seeing it, for the 3rd or 4th time. And, that's essentially what a warm lead is. They know about your business, but they don't really know exactly what you do. Or they probably do, but they're not really 100% sure if this is exactly what they're looking for. And that's essentially what a warm lead is. Now, a hot lead, these are leads that are ready to make a purchase or take desired action. They're likely interacting with they've likely interacted with your business multiple times, consumed your content, and have shown clear buying signals, such as requesting product demo or adding items to a shopping cart. Now, ideally for any businesses, you're going to want hot leads, but it's a process. Usually it starts off as a cold lead. Somebody who doesn't know about your business, and then what you do is you turn them into a warm lead by introducing your business, showing your services, and then from a warm lead, you basically turn them into a hot lead where, they were interested in your business, but they weren't too sure, and now they are interested in your business. They're 100% ready to go. Let's do this. Let's make this purchase. Let's make this happen. That's what a hot lead is. And why differentiating them matters. So understanding the difference between cold, warm, and hot leads is critical because each type requires a different approach. Cold leads might need more education and awareness building. Warm leads might benefit from targeted content and engagement. And hot leads might be looking for specific product details or purchase incentives. So tailoring your approach based on the lead type increases the chances of successful conversion. Now, obviously, if there's somebody who knows nothing about your business, who knows nothing about who you are, then it's not going to make sense for you to be shoving all these things, all this product information, all this product description to them because they don't really know what the product is. So first, you might want to start off with letting them know what the product is, what are the common problems it solves, and then once they have a better understanding of it, then you can get a little bit more detailed. Then you can get even more detailed. You can probably have them sign up for a newsletter, have them sign up for something where you'll maybe show them more information, have them book a call, and then once they become a warm lead, then you can really start, hitting them down with more information, more details and stuff to eventually turn them into a hot lead where they're ready to buy. So most in-demand lead generation services. So the most in-demand lead generation services right now are some sort of paid advertisement. This can be, it stands for PPC, which is paid per click, involves running ads on platforms like Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or any social media platforms. Actually, not even just social media platforms. This can also be local listings like Yelp or Angie's List or Thumbtack. Any place where you essentially can run ads. That's what paid advertisement covers, and the reason why it's in demand is because everybody's on social media, everybody's on Facebook, everybody's on Instagram, everybody's using Google, and so businesses are trying to figure out where to get in front of their customers the most. And social media, Google, high platforms like that have a lot of traffic, Yelp, Angie's List, where people know that's where they can go to find those services. Those places have lots of traffic, which means they also have lots of competition. So the paid advertising can essentially help you stand out from the competition and help you find people that are looking exactly for your services. Now, the reason why this is such a in-demand service is because every platform is different. Facebook is different than TikTok. Instagram is different than YouTube. Google is different than, Yelp. Yelp is different than Angie's. So all of these platforms have high targeted markets. They have lots of people on there looking for your products, looking for certain solutions. But each platform is different, and businesses do not have time to figure out how to master every platform. If a business has some extra time, they might get lucky and they might take time into learning how to do Facebook ads, but they're not going to learn how to do Instagram. They're not going to learn how to do TikTok. They're not going to learn how to do Google. So this is why it's important for businesses to outsource certain tasks, because they're too busy running their business. They're too busy taking care of their customers. They don't have time to learn how to do certain things. Unless they hire an in-house team where they have a specific person that only does that, or their best option, especially if they're smaller businesses, to just outsource that work to an individual or to another business that can give them a certain price point, but that their ads are going to run really well, and they know that their ads are going to be done professionally. Search engine optimization is another huge thing. Search engine optimization is essentially making your business easier to be found on social media or on your website. Specifically, your website is what SEO is for. But it's basically what you're doing is you're optimizing a website to rank higher in specific search engines like Google, Yahoo, or Bing. And when let's just say you're a local plumber, right? And you cover Los Angeles. Specifically in a smaller part of Los Angeles, like downtown Los Angeles. So what you would want to do is, you would want to hire somebody to increase the ranking for your plumbing website, that it specifically would be easier for people to find you that are looking for you in Los Angeles, specifically downtown Los Angeles. Because I don't know if you know this, but Los Angeles has, they have over like 20 different cities within Los Angeles that are, different little areas and stuff. So, and downtown LA is one of those. So basically what that plumber would do was he would get his website ranked by hiring somebody to help him basically, make it easier for whenever anybody is locally to his area, they're in downtown Los Angeles or around that area, and they look for plumbers, he's going to be the first person that comes up on the top page. Because a lot of people don't realize this, but when it comes to, ranking on Google, the first three rankings, the first three websites that show up whenever you look something up on Google get 90% of the traffic, and everything else in between that trickles down lower and lower, which is only 10%. So the first, I think it's the first rank is going to get like 70% of the traffic. The second one is going to get, like another, I think it's like 10%. The other one's going to get like another 10%. And then the remaining 10% is going to be distributed to the rest of the bottom page. And no one's even going to go on the second page. So it's very important. There's a funny industry expression that says you can hide a dead body on Google's second page, which I find hilarious, but it is true because no one goes there. And that's why these services are very important. Content marketing, we're living in the digital revolution. We're living in a content-based economy. So businesses understand that, well, first of all, let me just tell you something since we're talking about lead generation. Understand that as a business, as an entrepreneur, the number one thing that you can do is get attention for yourself, because attention converts into profits. And the reason why lead generation is so important for every single business, because businesses do not operate without customers, and lead generation brings in those customers, is the fact that those businesses need attention, because where attention goes, money flows. So the more attention they have, obviously you want that to be positive attention. The more attention they have, the more chances they have of making money. because we live in a content economy. We live in an attention economy. The businesses that understand how to get the most attention are the ones that make the most money. That's why you have huge companies like Nike and Adidas and McDonald's and all those other big boys investing millions and millions and millions of dollars into all of this stuff individually. 4 million into paid ads, 4 million into SEO, 4 million into content marketing, 4 million into email marketing, because they understand that attention is gold. Attention is money. Where attention goes, money flows. So understand that content marketing is everything, because where is everybody at? They're on social media. They're on Instagram. They're on TikTok. They're on Facebook. And they're fucking addicted to that shit. The world is addicted to their phones. They're addicted to social media. They cannot get enough of that shit. They're injecting that shit in like it's fucking crazy. And because of that, these businesses understand that. Obviously, you guys can see I'm very passionate about this because it's so important. And businesses know that this is important. They know that they need to figure out how to get more attention for their business. And they know that attention converts into money. So content marketing is huge, and it's probably one of the biggest things out of all four of these. Content marketing, paid advertising, search engine optimization, and then email marketing. Now, email marketing is important because it fosters that relationship with your customers. It lets them know about, what's happening in your business, where your promos are going, and it really just lets them get to know you as a business. If you're somebody who actually does a newsletter and, you send out a weekly thing or a bi-weekly thing, that's how you really foster that community of people that want to support you. You let them see, a different side of you. You let them see whatever promotions you have, and you really just build up that lifelong customer that's going to consistently want to support your business as it grows and follow you along that journey. And email marketing is a great one for that. So kind of give you an eye attention, like content marketing is good for bringing in that awareness. Email marketing is good for building up that community of people that are going to consistently want to support your business. Paid advertisement is good for just bringing in those cold leads. Content marketing is good for turning cold leads into warm leads. Search engine optimization is another thing for cold leads. More for warm leads because search engine optimization works at helping you get in front of people that are already looking for your specific services. So search engine optimization is really good for warm leads. And, email marketing is good for warm leads as well because those are people that are interested in your thing. So paid advertising, content marketing, good for cold leads. Search engine optimization, email marketing is good for turning those cold leads into warm leads and so forth. Okay, so let's go ahead and move this on. So most in-demand lead generation services. So what are the industries that need this the most as far as, we already talked about what are the most in-demand services. Now, what are the most in-demand businesses that need lead generation services the most? But before we say that, I'm telling you right now, every business needs this. So there is not one business out there that does not need lead generation. Lead generation businesses lead lead generation because that's how they work. Every business needs customers. So there's always going to be a demand for this. This is always going to be a lucrative business, but you do have to figure out what works. And every business is different. So that's something you need to keep into consideration as well. So why some businesses rely heavy on lead generation? One is going to be because they have high competition, In an industry where competition is fierce, standing out and attracting potential customers becomes, a huge, it's a big thing. It's important, it's prioritized. Higher customer lifetime value. Businesses that have a high CLV, which is, customer lifetime value, they invest more into acquiring leads because the long-term revenue from those customers is going to pay off those, the investment they made. So a CLV customer is someone who's going to continuously purchase your products. They're not going to just buy it one time. They're going to buy the second version, the third version, the fourth version. They're going to be a lifelong customer that's going to consistently support your business, which means that you're going to make a lot of money from them. Niche marketing. So for businesses catering to a specific niche, targeted lead gen is critical because they need to reach the right audience. It doesn't make sense that, if you're selling sports mugs it doesn't make sense for you to advertise that stuff to women who are following specific beautiful beauty pages or women or men that are not into sports, if you want to make sure that, you have a specific niche, then you want to make sure that your ads go in front of the right people. If not, then you're going to be wasting money on the wrong views. And that's why it's important when it comes to lead generation for niche marketing because they want to get that targeted specific audience and they want to make sure that their ads are going to hit those people only because they know the general public is not going to buy their product. They need that specific person to buy that product, and you need a special type of skill level to really be able to get ads to target specific people, and that's why it's important. It's something that can definitely be done, and it is high in demand, but not everybody knows how to do it. So if you can get good at that, you can make a lot of money. All right, so what businesses need this the most? Coaching and online courses. People that are selling education, people that are selling, some type of things, webinars, So, aspiring professionals, individuals seeking personal development, or businesses aiming for, better services or better ways to enhance their businesses. Those are the ideal people that are gonna want to, reach out to your businesses, because they're consistently creating products and they're consistently looking for people to sell them to. Service-based businesses, that's another huge thing that's going to need your services. Any type of plumber, handyman, construction, contracting, any of those type, beauty salon, grooming, any type of services based off those local services, they're always going to need lead gen because they provide on getting customers, e-commerce stores, e-commerce store, any type of e-commerce store that sells a product online, whether they're half local and half online, they're always going to need lead generation services as well, because they're trying to make as many sales as possible. And like I said, guys, not a lot of businesses have time to learn how to do this stuff. So what they do is they just pay other companies to do it. They just outsource this work. I actually want to show you guys really quickly, just to kind of give you guys an idea of other businesses that are providing these lead generation services and how much money you can really charge for this type of stuff. So let's go ahead and dive deep into that real fast. Hold up. Okay, so here's one of these guys. They do Google Ads. And so they do Google Ads, and it looks like they also do some social media marketing as well. But just so you can see, their starter package starts off at $350 a month, and that's only managing one account. That's only managing one Google account, one Facebook account, one Instagram account. Then they have their intermediate one where they're managing a couple other accounts. Then they have their advanced one. This is a monthly fee. This is a monthly charge, So these people are making some pretty good money doing this stuff. Here's another business right here. They do Google Ads. So look at, they charge, their basic one starts off at $400 a month, moves up to $600 a month, and then it goes up to $1,000 a month. So, and then on top of that, after that, they're like, you know what, if you're doing, if you're going to be doing more, if you need more stuff done, then we'll charge you a 15%, monthly ad spread speed. So ad spread speed, spend. So think about it like this. Let's just say you work with the company, right? And they're like, you know what, we're getting a lot bigger and we really want to just, spend this time to really just take our business to the next level. Our budget is going to be about, $10,000 a month. Okay, no problem. Well, so then, $10,000 a month, that means that, we're going to charge you $15,000. We're going to charge you $1,500. So they pay that $10,000 a month. You charge them that $1,500 a month, and, everybody wins. They're making their money. You're making your 15%, and, of course, you're delivering and they're getting their leads. That's all. At the end of the day, that's the most important thing. Okay, what else do we got here? Okay, here's another business right here. $700 for Facebook ads, $500 for Google ads, Google display to create your own, Google ranking and stuff, do your own Google optimization. They charge $300 a month. And then advertising design. That's literally just that's not even running your ads. That's just making the ads. That's just creating the offer. That's a whole other service that you can add with your lead gen. That's not running the ads. That's not doing all the technical analysis, and that's not doing all the data stuff. You're just creating an ad that just looks good and it's appealing. You can charge for that as well, because a lot of businesses do not know how to do that stuff. And then just to kind of give you an idea right here, this is a company that these are like the industry, packages and how much everyone's charging on average. Just to kind of give you guys an idea, starting off $600, $200, $3,000, $750, $2,000, $950, $400. These are all businesses that provide this service, the PPC packages that do, Google advertising, Facebook advertising, social media advertising. This is how much they start off with a month. So as you can see, all you got to do is just get, a couple clients. If you're charging $2,000 a month, all you got to do is get 4 clients and you're making 6 figures. All you gotta do, you're charging $1,000 a month. All you gotta do is get 8 clients, and you're making 6 figures. The more you charge, the less clients you need. If you're really confident at what you do, and you can do, and you get really, really, really good at this. I know agencies that charge anywhere between $4,000 or $5,000 just to run the ads. So if you're charging $4,000 a month, all you need is 2 clients, and you're making 6 figures. 6 figures, just 2 clients. Or 4 clients if you're starting off. You don't want to get too crazy at $2,000 a month. That's insane, but that's really the reality we're living in. That's how much these people are really charging. Even if you're a freelancer, you can still make really good money doing this. Let's go on Upwork. This is a freelancer that I was able to find. $100 for 10 days. So if you want to, and this is some guy that's, he's probably working like in India or something, or some other country where $100 USD is a lot of money where he's from, which is why he's able to charge a little bit less. But even $300 a month is what he starts off with to work with him for a whole month. So that's on the minimum for this guy who is, he's probably, those $300 is probably the equivalency of like $1,000 where he's from. So just to kind of give you a little bit more of a perspective on, how much value this service really has. Or we can even go to this other person right here. This guy right here, I believe he's also from another country as well. And that's the thing. These guys are from different countries and they're charging these prices. So if you're an American and you speak really good fluent English and you're good at what you do and you provide a great service, you can easily charge at least $500 a month each person to do this. My agency, because I do have a lead generation agency as well, we charge $1,000 minimum each person, and it goes up more and more depending on how much work they really need for us to do. But just to kind of give you an idea, $100 for 3 days. 3 days. That's it. He's only gonna manage your Facebook for 3 days, and it's gonna be $100. If you want it for a month, $600. So as you guys can see, there is a lot of opportunity here, and there's a lot of money to be made with these services. So let's go ahead and dive deep into a little bit more about the services. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, cool. Okay, so content marketing services. So content marketing is the strategic creation and distribution of valuable, relevant content to attract and engaging audiences. Unlike traditional advertising, which interrupts the consumer's experience, content marketing provides information that the audience finds beneficial, establishing trust and positioning the business as an industry leader. Because you're focusing more on social media, you're not necessarily, the secret to this is not necessarily just being a commercial on social media. The secret is finding a way to create something that is entertaining and transitions with social media. So like people don't really feel like they're being sold to, they're just being entertained, which in return is going to make them engage with your content and, more likely to make a purchase because they trust you and they don't think this person's just a salesman. So here's a couple things here's a couple different types of content marketing that you can go ahead and provide. Blogging, creating blogs for certain businesses, ebooks, writing out a quick ebook, doing video editing, video creation, video filming, webinars, hosting online webinars, infographics, visual representations of data or information. Have you ever seen those pictures where it'll just be like it'll just have a bunch of information and they're like those really, really big pictures, they're like super long. Like that's what an infographic is. Podcasting, audio content, discussing various topics, offering, featured guest experiences. And, the reason why this is important is you want to make sure that you're crafting content that resonates with, the customer's audiences, with your customers' audiences. With the businesses that you're working with is customers' audiences. You want to make sure that you're doing that. So you want to make sure you know the audience, you prioritize quality content, and you optimize your content with SEO. And, you figure out ways to amplify your client's audience. The ways you do that is you leverage social media, the different types of social media platforms. You edit them and you optimize them for each platform, and then you share them on those ones. You leverage email campaigns to foster those relationships. You work with other people by doing collaborations, partnering up with influencers, getting guest posts, so you can build up that trust and take advantage of other people's audiences. And you do search engine optimization. You set up your business where it's easier to be found. Not your business, you set up your customers' businesses where it's easier for them to be found. So that way, when people are looking for their services, they know exactly where to go because it was easy for you to find them. SEO services. So like I mentioned, SEO services is going to be focusing on optimizing a person's website, making sure that you're using keywords and product descriptions or posts for social media, sharing high quality content consistently, including videos, articles, and infographics, doing it for local listing. So here's the different types of SEO services that you can offer. One is going to be social media optimization. Like I said, that's going to be doing the keywords, making sure the profile looks good, making sure the profile picture looks awesome, sharing high quality content. That's going to be what social media optimization. Local listing optimization, which is going to be getting people on Google My Business, getting people on Yelp, getting people on Angie's List, Thumbtack, all those places. You want to make sure that you create, places on those local listings, getting them listed on Yelp, getting them listed on Google, getting them listed on Yellow Pages, making sure that the business name is clear to read, the address, the contact information is right there, and it's consistent across all platforms to make sure that anybody can, reach out to them whenever they do come across your client's pages. And, boosting up local Google Maps rankability. Like I said, Google is something where you have to really build a trust with that platform, and you have to do certain things that can help get businesses ranked up more on Google Maps. And the reason why that's super important is because everybody's on Google nowadays. If you have a specific question, 90% of the world is going on Google to find that question. So if you're looking for a local plumber, just to go back to our other example, well, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go on Google. The second, you're going to go on Yelp, then you're going to go on Yellow Pages, then you're going to go on whatever other pages, whatever other places that have been advertising a lot to let people know that that's where you can find a handyman. That's where you can find a plumber. That's where you can find this specific service. Paid advertising services. This is running ads for places like Google advertisement, Facebook and Instagram ads, TikTok ads, YouTube ads. Like we talked about, a lot of these businesses understand that they have to be in front of where everybody's at, where everybody's attention is at. And they understand that Facebook, social media, Google is where everyone's attention is going. So they understand that they need to figure out how to pull people's attention from those platforms to whatever they're selling, to whatever services they have to offer. And the best way to do that is to be on those platforms and, work with them and, basically be in front of the people as you're scrolling. Be in front of the people while they're looking for that problem to be solved. Be that person. Be relevant to what's right in front of you. Sales funnels. So another huge thing is, so you might be thinking, first of all, what is a sales funnel? So a sales funnel is going to be a huge thing when it comes to lead generation. And essentially what a sales funnel is it's a journey that a potential customer has to go through before they make a purchase. The reason why it's called a funnel is because it starts off as like a narrow thing, meaning like a narrow set of people that are interested in your customer. And as they go through the funnel, it gets shorter and shorter because you're basically winging out the people and you're qualifying your leads. You're making sure that as the customer goes through this funnel, each step at a time, it's going to get smaller and smaller because you're basically qualifying the leads as they go. You want to make sure that by the time they go through that funnel, the people that are actually going to give you the information and that you're actually going to talk to and spend your energy and your time into reaching out further, that they're actually serious about working with that business and they're actually going to make a purchase. They're not going to just waste your time asking a bunch of questions but actually never do anything. And that's the point of a funnel. It's really just a series of steps to help you qualify your leads and showcase your business to those customers, so they're more willing to purchase your product or follow you on social media or support your business in any way or form. So the reason why sales funnels are critical for lead gen is it's that guided journey. A well-structured sales funnel guides potential customers through the buying journey, ensuring they receive the right information at the right time. And, it gets them excited and gets them ready to, want to just jump all the way in, It's efficient. It's an efficient resource allocation. By understanding where leads are in your funnel, businesses can allocate resources more effectively, targeting efforts where they're most needed. Let's just say you have a 5-step lead. Let's just say you have a 5-step funnel, right? And you have a bunch of customers going through it, but for some reason on the last funnel, the very, very last one, the last one would be the very, very last one before purchasing. For some reason they're having issues. Well, you can now address those customers, with the best possible approach, versus just a general thing where you're just going at where you're just, reaching out to a person who might be a little bit interested but not really. Like this, the sales funnel, the reason why it's important is because now that you have an understanding of where this person is on your sales process journey, the sales funnel journey, you now know what they're going to need, what type of information, what specific information they're going to need, what specific type of motivation they're going to need to really push them to get to the next step and finalize that purchase. And it can be different depending on where they are in that funnel. So that's why it's also important. Performance analysis. Sales funnels allow businesses to analyze performance at each stage, identifying bottlenecks and optimizing for better results. If for some reason you're running this, 5-stage sales funnel, and for some reason on the 3rd stage, the conversion rate is like shrinking a lot. Only 50% of the people are going through, and then the other 50% are they're stopping. They're not doing anything else. It just ends right there. While you now have a better understanding that there's something in stage 3 that's not working. There's something that I'm doing or something set up on stage 3 that needs to be modified, that needs to be fixed, so that way we can increase that conversion rate. And as you keep doing this, you're just going to be narrowing out all the roadblocks that you have with your funnel, and eventually you'll have this funnel that just converts very well, provides the right information, wings out the people that are going to waste your time, and essentially just makes those customers, those sales go on autopilot. Lastly, it's personalized marketing. Narrowing, like I said, like we already, basically efficient resource allocation and personalized marketing are essentially the same thing. Now, once you realize where your customer is on that sales funnel's journey, you basically know the best way on how to guide them further and really just help them get to the next level or make a buying purchase or a decision. So, what are the stages of a sales funnel? First, it's going to be awareness. This is the top of the funnel where potential customers first become aware of your brand or your product. It can be through an advertisement, a blog post, or word of mouth. Second is going to be interested. The leads at this stage have shown interest in your product or service. They might sign up for a newsletter, follow your brand on social media, or read a blog post or two that you've posted. Third is a decision. Leads are now considering making a purchase. They might request a demo, get a quote, or compare your product with competition. Lastly is going to be action. This is the bottom of the funnel where leads take action and become customers. They might make a purchase, sign up for a service, or join a subscription. And that is essentially what the stages are of a sales funnel. Now, depending on what you're selling, you might have more stages that are going to be the same, that are going to basically be like this, but it might just be like awareness stage 2, awareness stage 4, decision stage 2, decision stage 3. Like, that's essentially what you can do depending on what you're selling. Typically, when you have, high ticket items, you usually have to have a more complex sales funnel because you want to ensure that the customers understand that they understand the product good, and you answer all their questions because you're selling a product that is marked up really high. So that's why it's important, and that's why sales funnels are very important when it comes to guiding your customers and essentially, educating them as much as they can, and getting rid of the ones that aren't going to even make a purchase. They're just going to waste your time. Another part of, doing lead generation is understanding how to craft irresistible offers. You can get your ads in front of a million people because, all it takes is for you to invest a certain amount of money in ad spread, and you can get your ads in front of whoever you need to get them in front of. But if you don't have an irresistible offer, if you don't have an offer that's going to make somebody actually make a decision and purchase your product, then there's no point in investing in the service. There's no point in getting those leads because you're not going to convert them. So, crafting an irresistible offer is going to be a huge part of lead generation. Now, sometimes you can work with businesses that already have their offer set up. You're literally just getting it out there. You're just getting it in front of people. You're just managing their ads. But other times, they're going to be people that know nothing about marketing. They know nothing about Facebook ads. They know nothing about advertising in general. So you're going to have to explain to them that they need to create an offer. They need to come up with something that's going to be some type of incentive to make customers want to choose their business over somebody else's. And sometimes they don't know what that is. And guess what that means? It's an opportunity for you to add an additional service to your lead generation. Oh, okay, no problem. Now normally we usually just run the ads for you, or we do all the technical work where we get your promotion in front of the right person. But if you don't have a promotion, we can definitely help you make a promotion. It'll be $300, and we'll help you come up with this and this and that. Or it can be $400 a month, and that'll include 2 promotions that will get you every 2 weeks. Like, once you get good at that, then you can definitely make money, adding additional services like crafting irresistible offers, creating sales funnels and stuff. Like, sales funnels and irresistible offers are something that the business that you're working with should already have established if they're looking to just get paid ads. But if they don't, then it's an additional service that you can definitely set up for them, and you can make a lot more money from just one more client, from the same client. I'm sorry. Okay. So what is an irresistible offer? Like, what does that mean? So, an offer that provides immense value to a customer is what an irresistible offer is. Often executing their expectations and is presented in a way that highlights its unique benefits and advantages. In a market flooded with similar products or services, an irresistible offer can differentiate yourself and attract and convert potential customers a lot better. So, what are the elements of an irresistible offer? A clear value proposition is a huge one. So clearly articulate the primary benefits or solution that your product has to offer. It should answer the question, your offer should be able to answer the question, what is in it for me, whenever the customer asks that. What are some bonus inclusions? Can you add some kind of bonuses? Or does your product already come with something but you can make it you can make it seem like it's an added bonus, so it just becomes more irresistible because people love freebies, people love discounts, people love specials. So if you can find a way to make it seem like they're getting a special, they're getting a discount, they're unique and they're special because they did this or that, then even though you're not necessarily going to be changing your pricing, but you're just changing your wording, that can be huge, and it can make a difference between making 5 sales and making 20. So you want to make sure you understand how to, leverage bonuses, limited time discounts, scarcity, creating some kind of sense of urgency is another great way to increase the chances of somebody, converting when it comes to seeing your ads, when it comes to making a purchase, because they don't want to miss out. Like a lot of people are afraid to miss out on things. So if they think that what you have to offer is very valuable and they only have 10 days to act, or they only have, 7 spots left because you had 10 this morning but 3 people made a purchase, well, fuck, they're going to jump on that shit. They're going to be like, damn, I don't want to miss out on this. Take my money right now. Strong guarantees, if you can guarantee them something, risk-free, money back in 30 days if we don't get you this result, then guess what? People are going to be way more enticed to take a risk, because they understand that they have nothing to lose, but they have a lot to gain. So why wouldn't they? It would be dumb not to do this 30-day free trial if it's going to make me an extra $5,000 a month and I don't even have to pay anything. It would be so stupid not to do it. Why wouldn't I do that? Like, it doesn't make sense. So, strong guarantees are a great way to really just get in people's head and, show them like, oh, wow, from the logical point of view, it just makes sense. Exclusivity. People love exclusivity. Oh, you're not in this club? Oh, well, I'm in this club. I'm in this country club. Oh, they only made 100 shirts and I'm the lucky guy that has 2 of them. Like, people love exclusivity. Think about it, there's always like certain memberships. Why is it that, some people are willing to spend $200 a month for a gym membership versus $50 a month or $25 a month or even $10 a month with Planet Fitness, yet they're spending those $200 a month. Why? Is it because they have better equipment? I mean, sure, they probably do, but at the end of the day, it's because they have status. Oh, well, everybody goes to this gym, everybody goes to Planet Fitness, but only, 100 people go to Equinox. So, of course, they're going to go to Equinox. If you have the money, then, of course, if you have the money and you care about that type of social status, which a lot of people do, they say they don't, but they really do, subconsciously or not, like, they're going to pay that extra $200 because it's going to show them, it's going to put them on a higher tier. Think about it. Cars. A shitty Honda Civic, it'll get you it'll get you to the same location versus a Ferrari. They both drive. The only difference is that one gets you one is going to have you at a certain level of status and the other one isn't. You're a lot more exclusive when you drive a Lamborghini, when you drive a Ferrari, because you don't see that. Everybody drives a Civic. That's the psychology behind, why exclusivity is, so important, when it comes to creating an irresistible offer. And, you also want to understand your audience, like, it doesn't make sense for you to be, doing certain things, doing certain offers if they're not going to be relevant to your customer, if your customer is not going to react any type of emotional response to what you have to offer because it's not who they are. Like, it doesn't make sense to do that. So you want to make sure that you understand your audience so you can cater these offers for your audiences. You can capitalize on their pain points. You can solve the problems that they have because it's gonna increase the chances of them actually making a decision and purchasing your product. And lastly, presentation matters. The way it looks, the feeling, the emotional feeling that your offer invokes in the people that are looking at it plays a huge difference. Your choice of words, the visuals, the overall design, they play a significant role in the perceived value of what you have to offer. So you want to make sure you take the time to craft a quality ad, to craft a quality offer, to make sure the services that you're offering actually give value. So that way you can, not have a bunch of people coming back to you because you offered this, but you never delivered. That's not going to make you look good. You want to make sure that you know what you're talking about. You want to make sure the businesses you're working with are going to deliver on the offers that you're creating them. You want to make sure that because your ads are going to convert, if they're not delivering. You want to make sure that they're delivering. Landing pages. Landing pages is another thing that you can charge because, part of the sales funnel, part of the funnel process is, let me just give you an example of what like a sales funnel process might be for like a gym membership, okay? So let's just say you're a gym. You're looking to generate new leads, right? So what you do is you want to start building up your sales funnel. So what you do is you reach out to a business and you reach out and you start running Facebook ads, right? So you're like, all right, cool, I'm going to start running Facebook ads. So you start running Facebook ads, you start running this promo for this membership. Normally the membership is $100 a month, but, because you're a new gym, and you're trying to get some people in for this special promo, you create some kind of offer where if they sign up for the gym today, they only have 24 hours to jump on the opportunity. If they sign up for the gym, they can get the first 3 months for only $30 a month. All they have to do is just pay those $30 in advance. So they pay those $30 a month, which would be, $90, and they can essentially get, your gym membership, for a discounted rate. That's $70 off each month. That's a pretty good incentive. That's a pretty good offer. So what you do is you create your offer and then you start running Facebook ads. A customer sees your Facebook ad and they want to learn more. So what do? They click on the Facebook ad, and that Facebook ad sends them to a video. It sends them to a website. Now that website has a video where it shows the person that the business owner for the gym tells them about the gym. They highlight the features. They show them what the gym looks like. Maybe they go over it. Maybe they talk to a couple customers and they tell them what their experience is. They tell them how they feel about the gym. What they love about the gym the most. And then after you watch that video, the page gets redirected to an actual website where you can learn more about the gym. That would be the landing page. That would be the landing page right there. So now you have a landing page. The customer can see more information about the gym, and guess what? On that landing page, they can actually sign up for the gym on the spot. And so they click the link, they click the button where it says sign up. It takes them to another page, a checkout page, where they basically pay for the membership fee and they sign out. That's a sales funnel for a gym. That's a quick, simplified sales process, sales funnel for a gym. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because the final step of the sales process is going to be putting them on a landing page where they can make a purchase or they can learn more about the product. Because at the end of the funnel, the landing page is going to be the thing that turns them from a warm lead to a hot lead, and basically allows them to make that purchase. So landing pages are going to be huge when it comes to providing this type of service, because it's going to help you finalize your sales funnel, and it's going to help increase the conversion rate for the customers that you're running ads for, or that you're doing any type of lead generation, because that landing page is going to have all the information that you're going to need. So common ways people use landing pages is going to be lead generation, capture visitors' information, offer in exchange for something value like an ebook or a webinar just to get information, event registration. If you're hosting a specific event, you can send a link, and people can sign up online. Product launch, introducing a new product or a service, capturing early interest or pre-orders would be a good way to do landing pages. If you're a gym that's barely opening, then you can do, like the example we said, a pre-order to, if you sign up now, then you get the first 3 months for, $30 a month instead of $100 a month. That would be a good way to, do a product launch or a business launch. Special promotions, we're having a Christmas special, we're having a Thanksgiving special, Black Friday special. Those are other ways that, landing pages would be, would be beneficial for as well. And if you're wondering what a landing page is, it's a website that is just one page. It's not multiple pages. It's just one page that has all the information you need, and you can basically scroll down to it. That's essentially what a landing page is. Oh yeah, so what are the key elements of an effective landing page? You want to make sure you have a compelling headline, you have engaging visuals, you have a clear and concise copy, meaning the information on there makes sense and it's easy for the users to understand. You want to make sure that you have a strong call to action to make sure that you actually, get them to take action and actually do something, whether it's signing up or making a purchase. You want to have trust indicators like testimonies, reviews, a logo that is well known and, is accurate as far as your brand is accurate to all the social media platforms. You're using the same colors, you're using the same store, the same website, everything just looks good and it matches. And a minimalistic design, like a landing page doesn't have to be crazy with all this information. It just has to be clutter free, and make sure that it keeps the visitors attention and really just shows them and provides the information they need to make a purchasing decision. So so now you understand what lead generation works. You understand the different ways to do lead generation. So how do you actually start attracting lead generation clients for your business? So first you got to figure out what your ideal targeted market is. What businesses are you going to work with? What industry do you want to work with? Who do you want to help? Do you want to help local plumbers? Do you want to help local gyms? Do you want to help e-commerce stores? Do you want to help, construction, contractors? Figure out who your ideal customer is going to be, so then you can figure out how to create irresistible offers. You can figure out how to run the best targeted ads, how to do Google My Business for those specific people in your specific industry. You want to also focus on building a strong online presence. You want to make sure that as a business owner, that people can find your business. They can find you on Google. They can find you on social media. They see that you're running ads. They see that you're doing the things that you're providing for those businesses. You can offer a free workshop to showcase your expertise. You know, if you know what you're talking about, give them a free 20-minute consultation on how your services can help them, and not how your services can help them, but how investing in the type of services that you offer can be beneficial and it can help them. Give them a quick 15-20-minute consultation. If they want to stay longer, then charge them hourly. You know, that's another good way to make money, is just teaching people the different ways to generate leads without actually doing it for them. You know, that's a good way to make some extra cash too, just doing consultations. Leverage testimonies and case studies. Nothing. I mean, you guys are going to hear me say this a lot, okay? Because it's important. It's just important. Nothing is more stronger than a testimony. Nothing is more stronger than a review. That is the number one thing you can do to social proof your business. The more testimonies, the more customer reviews you have, the more trust you will have, the more likely people are going to spend more money with you. So you want to make sure that you leverage testimonies and case studies as much as possible. And then offer, initial consultations. Like I said, give them a quick 20, 15-minute conversation, a 30-minute consultation, and just be like, hey, so I normally charge $300 for this, but, because you're interested in working with my business, I'm willing to give you a quick 20-minute consultation. But if for some reason you want to go ahead and get longer, you want to go ahead and go longer in this consultation, it'll just be $100. And guess what? You just made $100 just to talk about something you're already passionate about, just to get better at something. Because the more and more you talk about this, the better you're going to understand it, and the more money you can charge. So you want to make sure that you're reaching out to businesses. What are the different ways that you can reach out to businesses? Reaching out to potential business clients is a critical step, for the service providers. So you want to make sure that, you approach the different businesses that are... You approach each business differently, and you kind of figure out how you can solve their problems, So you want to do your research before reaching out. Research the business to understand what their needs are, their challenges, and the industry trends, so you can have an idea. Make sure you tailor your message to address specific pain points. Personalize your outreach. Just don't send them a copy and paste generic message to everybody. Take time, put their name on there. Tell them what you like about their business. Research your business and show them that you took time to understand what their business is about. So that way they know that you're going to do your research to make sure that you can give them the best possible service, and that your lead generation services are going to do their job because you understand their business. Create some kind of lead magnet. Offer valuable resources like ebooks, white papers, webinars, something in exchange for contact information. That's a great way. If you're going to run an ad, do some kind of lead magnet. An example can be an ebook. 10 proven strategies to triple your business leads can be one thing that you offer to your potential customers. Targeted content marketing. Create content specifically tailored for businesses that have the specific challenges that they need. An example could be publish a case study showcasing how to increase your leads, how you increase the leads by 150% for a specific business, for a gym, for this example. Showcase that. Do a case study and put it on social media. Invest in paid advertising yourself. There's no point in providing a service that you don't practice yourself. Plus, you'll get better at it and you'll make money doing it. You got to make sure that you're willing to invest in your business. You're willing to invest in the marketing aspect of your business. Otherwise, you're never going to get to where you want to go, and you're never going to grow as a business. And then cold outreach with a twist. Instead of just boring ass generic messages that you're copying and pasting, maybe you'll send them a video. Maybe you'll send them a voicemail. Maybe you'll send them something that's a little bit more unique than just some copy and paste message. Take the time to get to know these businesses and, reach out to them with personalized experiences, and they're going to more likely want to work with you because it shows them that you're taking time to get to know them as a business, which means that you're going to take your time to help them in the right possible way. Subconsciously, that's what you're conveying when you take time to outreach to them with more personalized approaches. You also want to connect with business owners. Where can you find these business owners? Obviously, business owners are going to be the number one, people that need your services. So leverage referrals, do that cold calling like we talked about. Leverage LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is a powerful social media platform specifically for businesses, specifically for business owners to network. So take advantage of LinkedIn. You can pay for the LinkedIn Premium, which can help you message customers a little bit better and has like an automation set up for it. Utilize business directories. Look up businesses on Yelp. Look up businesses on Yellow Pages. Look up businesses on Google My Business. Find those businesses and try to reach the owners directly. Find them on social media. If you were to look up a business name on social media, if you were to look up a business name on Google, and if you put it in the right way, usually you can find the information for the owner, and then just look for the owner and reach out to them on social media or get their phone number and call them directly. You can email people. It's not that hard to get businesses information, their emails. It's not that hard to get their information from certain directories, or you can even pay certain tools or platforms that are actually, it's like you pay like $200 and it'll give you 2,000 emails for a bunch of different businesses, and then you can just mass email them if you really want to. There's a bunch of different ways that you can do that as well. But you want to make sure that you connect to these business owners and that you're in an area where the business owners are. You're in front of them, so that way they know that you exist and you can offer these services for them. Okay, so now we're going to go over the tools and platforms for lead generation. These are going to just be softwares that you can use that can help, expedite certain processes and automate certain processes to just make it easier for you, so you can provide these services for the best. At the best of your ability. So customer relationship management software, CRMs, which are basically softwares that help you manage your interactions with your customers, that help you manage, certain tasks to make sure that you're doing things in a certain timely manner, whether it's follow-up or certain due dates. Like a CRM is going to basically help you keep all that information in one place, and it'll really just make it easier for you to manage a certain team if you eventually do start hiring people and all that good stuff. So there's a bunch of places that you can use. An example would be Salesforce, HubSpot, Zoho, CRM. Like those are some good ones that you can use. Landing page builders, ClickFunnels is a really powerful platform. Lead Page is another really good one, and Unbounce. These are great pages. These are great platforms that allow you to create page builders for your landing pages for your customers. Email marketing platforms, MailChimp, ConvertKit, and Sendable are also great platforms for basically sending out emails to all your customers on automation, where all you have to do is just craft the email and then you can have them sent out and scheduled for certain times. Looking at your viewers' ads, if you're going to be running ads for certain businesses, it really comes in handy when you can actually view other people's ads and you really just understand, what your competition is doing, and you can start getting ideas to craft, better ads for the customers that you're working with. So one that's not on here, which I don't know why it's not the first one on there, would be Facebook Ads Library. Just look it up on Google, Facebook Ads Library. What that does is it actually lets you look at all the ads that people are actually running. And you can actually look up specific industries, or you can look up a specific business page, and you can look at their ads, look at the copy of them, look at how they're designed, and you can see how they're performing slightly. It doesn't give you all the information, but it'll give you enough to really see what they're doing and what their ads look like, which is the important part. AdSpy, SpyFu, or some other ones that you can actually use as well. And they'll let you look at Facebook, Instagram ads, Google ads, and really just give you a better understanding as opposed to better understanding of what the business that you're working with, what their competition is doing. So that way you can either create ads similar to theirs if they're working, or you can create ads better. Okay, let's see another one. Retargeting platforms, as far as for retargeting Facebook ads. Like we mentioned, when it comes to ads, you can also, you have the option to do retargeting as well, which essentially is if somebody sees your ad and they don't do anything with the ad, but maybe they clicked on the website, they went to the website and that was it, they didn't make a purchase or anything, and they just continue doing what they were doing, you can actually save that information and you can have your ads retarget that person for a second or third time with a different ad that acknowledges the fact that they clicked on the website and actually did something. And believe it or not, that's actually very effective. And it can be a great way for you to increase your conversion rates, because these are people that they're not necessarily cold leads anymore. They're warm leads because they showed some kind of interest in your business. They just didn't take action. They just didn't become a hot lead. So retargeting is a good way to turn that warm lead into a hot lead. Influencer collaboration, platforms working with just other influencers. That's another good way to do lead generation services as well. If you can find, go on influencer marketplaces and find a bunch of influencers that do shout outs. And they obviously have to be related to the specific industry of the customer that you're going to be doing this for. Get like 10 influencers, find out how much they charge, and then resell that as a package. Hey, I have this package, then you can say this to your customer. Hey, I have a package where, it's $1,000 and you'll get shouted out by 10 influencers. To combine, they have about 1 million followers. And, this is bound to give you some pretty good leads, or some pretty good, ROI. And if the marketplace charges $600 for all 10 of these shout outs, charge $1,000. And you get to keep $400. It's another good thing that you can do. And you're not doing anything. All you're doing is being the middleman. You're just connecting the influencers with the business that needs to be shouted out, and you're making profit off the difference. That's another good way for you to make money doing lead gen. As you can see, there's a lot of ways to make lead generation, which is why this is an hour-long video. This is probably going to be the longest video of all of them. But it's because There are so many different ways to do it, and this is a service that everybody needs, including you if you're providing this service, because you still need to get leads for your lead generation services. So, there's a lot of good money in this. So my final thoughts, guys. So honestly, I just want to wrap it up real fast because this is a longer video. But the importance of adaptability, especially when it comes to lead generation. Digital platforms are always changing and they're always coming up with new ways to get new customers. So you want to make sure you understand and you stay up to date on the latest trends when it comes to lead generation. You want to make sure that you focus on providing quality work. Like I said, sorry, excuse me, guys. You want to make sure that you focus on quality over quantity. Like I said, if you get really, really good at this, especially if you get really, really good at a specific form of lead generation, that almost guarantees results every time you do it, which you can get to that point as you get better, then you can charge a lot more money for your services. To get an example, you might start off charging $200 a month for a specific service, but once you get 5 customers and you get more comfortable with it and you get better with results as you get better and better, then you can start charging $1,000. Then you can charge $2,000. Then you can charge $3,000 for the same service. You just got to get better. So that's why it's important that you focus on quality versus quantity when it comes to providing your customer experience and providing value to your customers. You want to take advantage of technology. Like I said, I mentioned all those softwares for a reason because there's a lot of softwares that automate certain processes or even just do everything for you, which is even better. If you can learn how to use those softwares that do everything for you, that run all your ads for you, that create all the campaigns for you, that do all the offers for you, that do the landing pages for you, because they do exist. If you can just get good at learning those things, then you don't have to learn how to do the actual hard part. You just got to learn how to use the softwares to do all the work for you. So that's another thing you can do, and that's why it's important that you continuously learn and adapt to the ever-changing digital spaces of lead generation. And you focus on building those genuine relationships. As an entrepreneur, you need to understand that one customer can potentially connect you to hundreds of other people because that one person knows, at least 10 other people. And those 10 other people know at least 10 other people. And those 10 other people know at least 10 other people. And that one person that you knew is now connected to 1,000 people. That's how it works. That's the power of business. That's the power of referrals. That's the power of building that genuine relationship with your customers, because then they'll refer you, and then their friends will refer you, and then their friends' friends will refer you, and then their friends' family will refer you, and it just goes on and goes on and goes on. But I hope you guys like this video. As always, I believe in you guys. This is an amazing business that you can definitely jump into, and it can help you make that extra cash and eventually quit your job. So just be hungry. Like always, every business that you start is going to be hard at first. There's a learning curve that you have to overcome, so don't be discouraged. Understand that it's all part of the process, and as you overcome those failures and those problems, you become a better person and you become better equipped to become a badass and become the ideal version of who you want to get to 6 figures, and you'll start making that fucking money. So stay hungry, guys. You got this. I believe in you. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'll see you guys in the next video.